We're making some of the best fake money I've ever seen.
She literally launders her money in her dryer.
Season 4 of Good Girls is taking a break to film new episodes. When can we expect a new season of the show? Here are the pertinent details. Right now, there's a lot going on in the world of Good Girls. Kevin managed to secure Annie funding so Ben could stay in private school. Stan and Beth aired their grievances, and Rio left a fresh plate of funny money on Beth's door at the conclusion of the previous episode. In today's episode, we are going to discuss Good Girls and the Season 4 ending, and potentially more episodes to come for Season 4. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. What is Good Girls about? Jenna Bans created Good Girls, an American crime comedy drama television series that premiered on NBC on February 26, 2018. Bans, Dean Pariseau, who directed the pilot, and Janine Renshaw executive produced the series for Universal Television. The series got renewed for a 4th season on May 15, 2020 and broadcast on March 7, 2021. The series follows 3 women from suburban Michigan, 2 of whom are sisters who are struggling to make ends meet. They've had enough of having everything taken away from them, so they plan an improbable robbery by robbing a supermarket, only to find out they were in for more than they bargained for. After recognizing one of the women, the store manager becomes interested in their successful robbery, but for a different motive than the money. The cast in Season 4. Of course, Christina Hendricks, Retta, and Mae Whitman, as well as Reno Wilson and Matthew Lillard will all return. Manny Montana, Carlos Aviles, and Lauren Lapkus will all return in the new season, according to the first trailer. There will be a few newcomers as well. Jonathan Silverman will play Dave, a member of the Secret Service who becomes motivated to bring down the group, according to Deadline. Some show fans observed Montana in an Instagram story with a little girl who referred to him as Uncle Rio, leading to anticipation that we might meet some of Rio's family members. When was it released? Season 4 aired on NBC on Sunday, March 7th, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unfortunately, Netflix subscribers will have to wait a little longer. The first 3 seasons were released about a year after their respective debuts, so Season 4 will be available in 2022. Alternatively, get acclimated to watching television on a weekly basis. Did Good Girls get canceled? Good Girls has been rumored to be a member of NBC's bubble shows for weeks. This indicates that the network is undecided about whether or not to renew the show. There has been no information about its destiny as of yet. However, Mae Whitman, the star of Good Girls, appealed to fans on Instagram to help save the program from cancellation. "Y'all round up your brother cousins and let NBC know you need a Good Girls Season 5, Whitman wrote in a tweet. "Hey guys, I don't know if anyone will even care, but at least we are trying, am I right?" she added in a follow-up tweet. "Let's show NBC and Netflix how much we do not want to get canceled and how much we want to renew Good Girls." NBC has been tight-lipped about its plans so far. However, in the next few weeks, the network will most likely issue an official renewal cancellation announcement. What to expect for the rest of Season 4? On March 7th, the 4th season of Good Girls premiered on NBC. It aired fresh episodes every week on Sunday nights until March 28th, when the series went on hiatus for the first time. On April 11th, the show returned and resumed its weekly schedule. However, the comedy drama is taking yet another break. Season 4, Episode 9 of Good Girls, titled Chef Boyardee, is the show's mid-season finale. Fans of Good Girls finally got a glimpse inside Rio's personal life and family. His counselor, cousin, brother, Nick, played by Ignacio Cericchio, revealed his cruel influence over him in the most recent episode. Showrunner Bill Krebs stated in an interview with Distractify that Nick will add to Rio and Beth's already tight relationship, and he could end up in the middle of a hazardous love triangle. What we tackle this season is we tackle Rio's origin story and how he evolved from being a teenager into the criminal he is today, and where he sort of first developed his swagger and how he kind of came into prominence and along that journey, Krebs said. What we end up discovering is that part of the reason why he's been so smooth is he was influenced by someone else in his life who is also a part of this crime ring, and will ultimately end up being part of a love triangle between Beth and Rio and this other presence. We'll see Beth and Rio team up again when the show returns. Rio and Dean, on the other hand, run into one another again, and neither of them is overjoyed to see each other. Dean, on the other hand, appears to be dissatisfied. Rio just smiles, almost as if he knows he'll come out on top in the end. Will he, however, succeed? It's still unclear how this will all finish, but given that Rio is the evil guy, shouldn't he be imprisoned or dead by the end of the series? We'll just have to wait and see. What happened in the mid-season finale? Stan has been expressing his dissatisfaction with Beth for a while, but on Sunday's episode of Good Girls, he finally spoke up about it. But that slab of marinated beef wasn't the only hot item on the menu this week. Here's what happened in the Chef Boyardee episode. In the first scene, a police officer named Potter persuades his daughter that no one will ever break into their house and hurt her. The same cop enters a diner and inquires of a councilman, Nick, if he has a minute to talk, but we'll get into that later. Dave and Phoebe visit with Beth to inform her that their case has been dropped by DC. Rio has someone on the inside, the agents speculate. Right. What about Beth and Dean's deal? That went up in flames, prompting Beth to rethink her plans to flee to Nevada or Thailand, anywhere besides Michigan. Ruby tells Stan that they should bring her in when Beth asks if she still has phony bags to sell. Stan can't ignore Beth's deft problem-solving abilities once she tells him the truth about Jean's incarceration. Recap of Good Girls. While Nick ties up a critical loose end, tension between Beth and Stan boils over. Stan meets with the women to discuss their bag operation. Beth tries to take command of the conversation immediately. She'll never be a follower, but it's hilarious to watch her and Stan try to walk around each other softly. However, Beth notices a fault in Stan's scheme. She is concerned that mothers talk excessively. All it takes is one person to spot a fake and disseminate the message to their entire text chain of moms, which could be terrible. Stan inquires, "Have you come up with a better idea?" She does, of course. When Phoebe goes to get her case files, she notices Potter at the desk. When Phoebe leaves, Potter requests that his colleague bring him something in evidence. He says she was someone's daughter. Returning to the cafe, Potter pretends he's seeking for MMA tickets for his daughter, but he's really looking for a link between Lucy's death and the UFC tickets discovered at the scene. How did a murderer get his hands on the city's exclusive box seat tickets? Nick speculates that they were scalped. Nick replies he'll see what he can do for Potter's daughter to conclude the conversation. By blackmailing the private party crowd with a non-existent video she claims to have taken that night, Beth sells bags to them. Stan is enraged when he discovers Beth was the one who made the deal. When she inquires about his issue, he responds simply, "You." He claims that the blow to her ego was too much for her to bear. "You've been ignored in your own house for so long, and now all you want to do is make a difference. You use whomever you can to get what you want," he snarls, adding that Beth was the one who had Ruby shot, among other things. They soon break up when Ruby re-enters the room. Nick confronts Rio about the tickets in the boxing facility, assuming and confirming that Rio was not present for the match. He was preoccupied with assassinating Lucy. Rio's sole reaction is, "Sometimes I work weekends, bro." Nick throws a wad of cash into the ring, and when Rio inquires about it, he is seized from behind and restrained. Before beating his face with a stool, Nick says, "A doctor." Kevin returns Annie's documents and claims that a downed electrical wire ruined his car. The good news is that Ben will be able to continue his studies at his current school. What's the bad news? They have a roommate now. "What smells so good?" Potter exclaims as he arrives home from work. Mick, on the other hand, is waiting for him around the corner in the kitchen. "Chef Boyardee," says the assassin for hire. On the kitchen table, a shower of tomatoey goodness splashes all over an envelope addressed to Special Agent Phoebe Donnegan. That piece of proof is unlikely to arrive in the mail very soon. Beth receives a surprise left at her door in the last seconds of the episode. It's a $20 Canadian banknote printing plate. Their operation appears to be heading north. And there you have it. Good Girls and everything Season 4 related, including the mid-finale. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.